Welcome to your Barbados Today evening news update for Tuesday, November the 7th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Outspoken International Business Minister Donve Innes hits back at critics who suggest the revenue-earning sector has declined under his watch and has contributed to the island's low foreign exchange. But speaking to reporters today, Innes defended his stewardship. He made it clear that the fall in revenue from the international business in recent years is not a reflection of his ministry's effort to grow the sector, and to suggest otherwise was simply ignorant.
I know some people get excited. They see politicians want to have town hall meetings around it. I would advise them to please educate themselves before they talk in public on these matters. Because I hear the Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, and Governor of Central Bank say that part of the prolonged economic challenges we're having relates to a fall in revenue, corporation tax on the international business sector. That is absolutely true. But it's not because we have not in recent years been making an effort to attract and retain more businesses in Barbados. It was actually as a result of an amendment to the International Business Companies Act back in 2010 to 2011. I think George Shatson, the Minister of International Business, thing, where the state agreed, supported by the opposition Barbados parties, BIBA and other parties, that we should lower the rate of tax on certain entities based on the income levels as a direct result of the Canadian Parliament decision to grant benefits to entities from countries that were afforded tax exchange information agreements similar to what Barbados has in Canada.
In other news now, 3 people suffered minor injuries after a 3-car smash-up along Porter's Main Road, St. James. The accident involved a minibus, a car, and a van. The minibus was driven by 33-year-old Rishan Bourne of Lodge Road, Christchurch, who complained of pain to his right foot, while his conductor, Wayne Cozier of Eagle Hall, St. Michael, complained of pain to his left hand. They both sought private medical attention. Now, the van was driven by 27-year-old Ezra Simpson of Gall Hill, St. John. He did not report any injuries. But the car was driven by 32-year-old Jessica Walker of Husband's Garden, St. James. She complained of pain to her right hand, neck, head, chest, and the right foot, and was taken to the QEH for medical attention. To the law courts now, a 25-year-old man was today remanded to Dulles Prison on 15 criminal charges. Dario Devon Drayton, the subject of a wanted man bulletin, was apprehended on Monday, and he appeared in the District A Magistrates Court before Christy Coffey Sargent. His offences included 6 counts of robbery, 2 counts of burglary, 1 count of assault with intent to rob, 1 count of theft, and 1 count of wounding with intent. He returns to court on December the 5th. Residents of one St. Philip community say they are now living in fear following a horrific early morning aggravated burglary last weekend that had left one elderly resident hospitalized with broken limbs. Police have confirmed that 83-year-old Colleen Jackman of Harmony Lodge remains worried at the state-owned QEH, where she is being treated for various injuries about the body, following Sunday night's brutal attack by 2 unidentified perpetrators who were apparently made off with an undisclosed sum of money. Residents of Harmony Lodge, who were caught off guard by last weekend's attack, described Jackman, who lived alone, as a soft-spoken, friendly, giving neighbor. They told Barbados Today it's the first time such an incident has occurred in their close-knit community, and they will be keeping a close watch on their neighborhood. The Caribbean Public Health Agency, or CARPHA, has been waging a battle against mosquitoes with the aid of technology, and now it's hoping to spread its reach on social media. Today, the agency began a training course in Barbados at a 2-day Zika Tech Camp sponsored by the United States Embassy. CARPHA's Assistant Director, Dr. Karen Polson-Edwards, told last evening's opening ceremony that participants will be trained in using phones to spread mosquito awareness across the region.
There is evidence that the Caribbean has an extremely high mobile phone penetration rate, with an average of 136 mobile phone subscriptions per 100 inhabitants recorded in the year 2012. This according to the International Telecommunication Union. In light of this, We recognize the importance of using mobile devices and new technologies in our health promotion and education strategies. Therefore understands the importance of using new technologies to engage different audiences. In 2015, we developed a mobile game which promotes awareness of the Aedes aegypti mosquito. The game, Zap a Keto, short for Zap a Mosquito, is packed with facts and trivia and is a simple and informative way for children to receive information about the breeding sites and prevention and control of mosquitoes. The app is available for download free on Google Play. More recently, we have launched a digital campaign called Mission Mosquito to help combat Zika. Using social media, we are targeting pregnant women, tourists, public health professionals, and clinicians.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Join us from November 16th to 19th, 2017 for the Barbados Food and Rum Festival, where acclaimed Barbadian chefs and mixologists are joined by Chef Jean-Georges of the US, Chef Tom Akins of the UK, Chef Chris De La Rosa of Canada to create dining experiences to delight the senses. Visit ticketpal.com and all TicketPal locations to get your tickets, and visit foodandrum.com for more information.
We're back with more news from the region. The Bahamas government is under heavy pressure following an announcement from Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis that the salaries of parliamentarians will be increased in the next budget. Several interests, including the opposition Progressive Liberal Party, have strongly objected to the move. But one government minister says the proposed pay hike is long overdue.
Amid widespread criticism over Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis' announcement that MPs will get a salary increase next year, Public Works Minister Desmond Bannister today applauded the Prime Minister for addressing the long-standing issue and having the courage to make the unpopular decision.
I support the courage of the Prime Minister. He said something that he knew would be unpopular, but he said something that he knew is right.
MPs are paid $28,000 annually. Asked his opinion on how much MPs should make, Bannister said he hasn't considered an amount.
Well, first of all, there's no increase that's good enough for the work I do.
However, Bannister, who is a member of Parliament for Carmichael, added that an independent committee should carry out the review and determine whether an increase is warranted. Minnis highlighted the need for MPs to get a salary increase as he revealed the high-paying salaries of several government consultants, including one who received a 4-year contract totaling $800,000.
I want to put the country on notice that at the next budget, I will come forth with a pay increase for the members of Parliament. I will establish an independent committee who will look at the members' salaries, who will look at government structure, salaries for these $500,000, these $800,000, and these contracts signed a few hours before election.
The Prime Minister's announcement was met with criticism. Many observers have questioned whether the country is in the fiscal position to give a salary bump to MPs, but Bannister said it is the right thing to do. Asked how the government could justify giving itself a raise while implementing austerity measures and so soon after taking office, Bannister had this to say.
There will never be a good time. I think I listened to someone say that the other day. There'll never be a good time to say that you're going to give MPs a raise. Never.
On the international scene, there are more controversial revelations from the so-called Paradise Papers. In the latest twist, Britain's Prince Charles reportedly privately bought shares worth more than $113,000 in a Bermuda company, Sustainable Forestry Management Limited, that would benefit his campaign to alter climate change agreements. But the Duchy of Cornwall, which manages the prince's estate, made it clear that the prince has no direct involvement in its investments. However, Sir Alistair Graham, former chairman of the Committee on Standards in Public Life, said Prince Charles's actions amounted to a serious conflict of interest. The leaked Paradise Papers held by law firm Appleby show the Duchy of Cornwall also made offshore investments totaling $3.9 million in 4 funds in the Cayman Islands in 2007. The Duchy of Cornwall spokesman said Prince Charles voluntarily pays income tax on any revenue from his estate. That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.